What up, what up? Welcome in everybody to another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. And yesterday, I had a good day. I went 5-2. I wish I would have took more because I feel like a lot of things were hidden, but I'll take a 5-2 day and try to keep moving in the right direction. Some of the games that won, let me actually pull this up. I know I ended up taking the Heat first half, Heat full game. Those two were winners. I took the Grizzlies first half team total over 58.5. That was a winner. Let's see. The Rockets game under was a loser. And I was mad at myself because I left off the Rockets and I left off the Spurs team total under. So that was annoying. I was a loser. The Pacers and Magic first half over was a winner. Uh Mavs team total under 123.5 was a winner. And the Raptors team total over 113.5 is what I had as the second loser. So I'll take it. And let's see, we got 3 games today. But before that, let's take a look at the chat. Top 20 says, I live bet Suns when they were down at plus 165 and they came through. Glad I did because I didn't trust them to cover. Good way to play the game for sure. They're now, I think, 0-4 is a home favorite. What's good, James? Let's see. Only 3 games. You guys are right. What up, Mark? He said the Knicks hurt him yesterday. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people lost on the Knicks. Um, Adrian ready to get to the money. Tasha, hello, Miss Tasha. Joshua was good. I think Joshua was on. I think it might have been Joshua on the Heat as well. But what's good, Joshua? Damn, Jamrock kicks. That's tough. All right, let's get to it. 3 games for today in NBA. We'll maybe talk a little bit of football. But first game up, we'll go Jazz and Bucks. And this one opened up Bucks minus 8.5. Still sitting at 8.5 right now. Total open 227.5. And it looks like 230.5. Injury report. You do have Clarkson and Collier and Markkinen all probable. And then for the Bucks, you have Giannis, who's truly questionable, and then Middleton out. Both of these teams are well rested with 2 days off. And this is the first of a back-to-back for the Bucks. And it's a little bit could be a letdown for the Jazz coming off of a win finally versus the Bulls. We'll see. My first thought in this game was it's got to be a spot for the Bucks, right? But it's not a team that I trust yet. Like I need them to show me first. I know Utah's been bottom of the barrel, but they are getting marketing back there, and I can't lay with a team like the Bucks. I can't lay with any team when they're playing defense like the Bucks. That's what I'm trying to say. So I guess from that aspect, I would have to agree with the total going over. I mean, both are top 10 in pace, no defense being played. I know the Jazz have the worst offensive rating right now, but with marketing getting back, that's going to improve. So I also tried to think the other way and say, maybe the Bucks come and play defense, but uh, because they want to get a win, but I can't trust it till I see it. So I'm kind of on the sideline for this game. I do have a play in the next 2 games, but let's see if you guys have something in the chat. This game was the toughest one for me out of all of them, or all 3, however you want to say. B Daddy, where's Vino? I mean, Vino's not on every single day. He'll be on tomorrow. What up, Troy? I'm not sure what he's talking about. Maybe I got animated for a second. Not sure. Uh, don't really see any comments about this game too much, or at least none. There we go. Milwaukee team total over. What is that number? 119.5. I mean, let me just take a look at the Jazz games recently. They gave up 126 to Chicago, 129 to Denver, 106 to Spurs, 113 to the Kings. I mean, Milwaukee hasn't been putting up that many points, and we'd want to know if Giannis was in too. So I'm not sure that I'm ready to play that. All right, I think this is a game where I just kind of got to skip to the next one. I think the next three games, football included, will have plays. So T Wolves and Bulls. This one opened up -6.5 for Minnesota. They're now -9, even some 9.5s popping up there. Total open 225. Looks like 227 as a consensus number, at least. Injury report, nobody on there for Minnesota. You do have Levine doubtful, Jalen Smith probable, and then Lonzo Ball out. This is the Bulls on a back to back, but they're getting killed in that last one. So first of all, I'll start off with a prop for this game because I like what my guy Dream said. I'll shout him out as well. Um, Got to look at Vucevic. I took him over 1.5 threes at plus 150, and the reason was he's gonna take Gobert out the paint. Like he's gonna be on the perimeter trying to draw him out the paint, and he's shooting 46% from three right now this season. He's hit this in 5 of his last 7 games, and he's hit it in 8 out of his last 10 matchups versus Gobert. So I just feel like all of that lines up at plus 150. I'm more than willing to take a shot. And outside of that, I mean, it is an absolute T Wolf spot here, right? I mean, T Wolves off 2 days rest, Bulls on a back to back, Bulls unhealthy. It's absolutely a T Wolf spot. But you guys know how I am. When the line starts moving like this, 6.5 to 9, that's a big difference. So while I think it is a spot and they can win, T Wolves are another team that I would just kind of like for them to show me. So I look at the data. I should put it up here on the screen. Kind of like the Bulls are really good, or I'll be all right. The Bulls are really good defending the three, and that's kind of where the Timberwolves are having most of their success. So as long as Bulls have gas in the tank, they should be able to. I mean, I'm getting worried the closer it gets to double digits. That's what I'm saying. So just a lean for me, I guess, for the Wolves right now. But I did play that Vucevic over 1.5 threes, and the total. I don't really feel strong about it, but I know the Bulls like to push the pace, and it might be a spot where the Timberwolves are okay with the with the pace being pushed. Especially the Bulls at home, they probably can, help them control the pace a little bit more. But I think Timberwolves will be fine playing up tempo, even though they haven't been playing with so much tempo so far this season. They know that they can score on this team. I'm trying to talk myself into over. I'm not gonna get there. I'm gonna stick with Vucevic, but let's see what you guys like. Um, there you go. That's how you do it, Mark. You got the -6.5 early. Top 20 Louisiana likes the over 227. There's no Lonzo, no defense. Gualo is going giddy over. What is this? 5 times 5 assists. 5.5. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, probably 5.5. He also likes Nas over 12 points. Itachi leaning with that Wolves team total. See what that is. Wolves team total is one. It's up from 115.5. Best number I see right now is 118. I can understand it. I mean, the game is played with pace. Let me just look at a couple more numbers. Um, I should probably let me just try this. So the Bulls giving up about 119, a little bit over 119 a game. Timberwolves only scoring 111 though so far per game. Don't love that, but I feel like it's a play that can hit still. Action Jackson likes the Wolves. Brian H says Kobe White threes. I think we'll I think we'll move it over to the next game. I'll rock with Vucevic for my play in this game. Next game up, I will go with Blazers and Spurs. Opened up Spurs -5.5. They're now a 4-point favorite. Total for this game opened 216.5. And it looks like 218 is the consensus right now. Sharp is game time decision. Matisse Thybulle is out for the Spurs. Devin Vassell is doubtful. Trey Jones and Sohan are both out. Um, there was a few. I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at this game. But for one, let's start here. It is the second of a back to back for the Spurs. It's their third game in 4 nights, fourth and sixth. They're playing a Trailblazers team who is off of 2 days rest, and they, they, they they definitely have the rest advantage here. And they're coming off a win as well. They beat the Pelicans 118 to 100. So Portland may be playing a little bit of good ball right now against a Spurs team who, I mean, just looking at this, they were up by what? They were up by like 30 points, weren't they? Versus the Clippers. And the Clippers came back and beat them. I feel like that was that game. And then they lost by 27 in their last night to the Rockets. I mean, between that, Coach Pop not being there, he's having some health problems. It just doesn't look like a team I would want to back for San Antonio. Um, I, I think Portland is in an advantageous spot. I think Portland's been playing well. Portland fairly healthy, so with them plus points, I think is the right side in this game. As far as the total is concerned, I don't feel so strong about it, so I'll probably stay off of that. But something else to look at in this game was um why can't I'm blanking out. It's Collins, Zach Collins, over 6.5 points. And let me just pull this up here. So Zach Collins for one, they are missing Sohan and Vassell. So it's two players at the forward position. Just some extra minutes to go around for one. And Collins, just looking at the last 7 out of 8 times he's played his former team, he's definitely had 7 plus points. So if he's getting a little bit of minutes boost and in a game where he can take it personal, I think 7 points is not too much of a tough ask. I'd be surprised. I mean, I wonder if he'll get minutes at center. If he's at against those other centers who play drop coverage, it could be a chance for him to knock down some threes. But I like Collins over 6.5 points as well in this game. Let's see what you guys like in the chat. UCapper says Spurs team total under. Let me look at that. And let me just pull this up here. Should pull it up while I was doing it anyway. But I did use it a lot when I was capping yesterday on the show. You guys know what this is already. So he says Spurs team total under. Well, for one, pace is kind of where you want it to be. This I feel like might be lying to me the way the Spurs looked yesterday. But we're looking at Spurs team total under. Portland's defense, I mean, it's not looking great stats wise, but they did hold the Pelicans to 100. They held the Suns to 103. OKC is where it got out of hand, and we can all understand. Clippers to 105. I mean, they're holding teams down a little bit lately. And the Spurs have been struggling to score 100, 104. They did score 113 here versus Minnesota, 106, 93. They're really struggling. So, just looking at a couple more things here. Neither team really doing much fast break points. Maybe Blazers. Another reason I like the Blazers here, though. Second chance points versus second chance points allowed. You can see an advantage there. Mm, just checking it out. Let me look at some of these things. He said team total under for the Spurs. So Spurs, I mean, just like we saw at the above, they're struggling to score. Here on the back to back, Blazers have been playing kind of solid defense. I could look at a Spurs team total under. This is standing out to me as well. Spurs first half under. Blazers first half under have both been moneymakers, 14-2. ATS or not ATS, but 14-2 to the under so far this season. Um Trailblazers opponent team total under 6-2. You see this right here. So this is why UCapper. I mean, you notice his site. This is what he's looking at. That's what he's looking at. So team totals for the Spurs. No way, bro. I mean, I get. I didn't even think about this because they're the favorite. But 111, 111, I see there. I think that's a solid bet. And what is the first half? First half is first half 110.5. Hmm. Those both could be good looks. Those both could be very good looks here. I don't like the way the Spurs defense looked yesterday though. But if we just exclude them, maybe the team total is better. I think that's a solid look. Could get. I'm probably going to get involved in that for sure. Good stuff. UCapper. Let me get that out of there now. Let's see some more comments here. Mike R likes Chris Paul over 8.5 assists. Top Tony Louisiana likes Blazers team total over 107.5. Brian says Portland plus 4.5 and maybe go back to Portland first quarter. I mean, I'm not mad at the first quarter. Obviously, I think they can compete with this team. My thought process was just the longer the game goes for this specific spot with Spurs on a back to back and Portland with 2 days rest, it should favor Portland. That's kind of my thinking. But I'm not mad. I think they can compete early too. Daniel likes the Blazers. Mark says Spurs looking bad. Joshua likes the Blazers. UCapper says 6 straight game with travel for the Spurs. They just want to go home, man. They just want to go home. Dropping Dime says first half under 110. Blazers 4 road games haven't hit this number. Interesting. UCapper says their team total 7-1 to the under so far this season when the Blazers are road dogs. Their opponents are 4-0 to their team total under. That's what we looked at over there on the site. It says take the 2 games outside of OKC and Golden State away. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Good stuff from my guy RC there. Good stuff from him. Any more comments? Keelan says, "Where you find that Vooch bet, bro?" I mean, I saw it on a few different shops. I think I might have bet it on. I saw it on DraftKings. I saw it on BetMGM. I saw it on BetOnline. Saw it a few different places. Forget exactly which one I bet it at. I might have bet it at I forget. Probably BetMGM. Oh, they say it's not on MGM or DK right now. Well, it was there this morning. Because I definitely bet it. But I'm not gonna stop and look for it, but it definitely was there. Um, let's see, let's see. Itachi says Blazers been playing hard since Billups caught them out after game 1. And I did hear him talking about defense and winning with defense. I definitely heard him say that. I think that's solid looks. So Spurs team total. I mean, that first half, I think I got to throw away for this one. But that Spurs team total, I think I can get there with that. Spurs team total under. I like it. Appreciate you, RC. All right, next game up, we'll move it over to a little bit of NFL, and that's going to be the Bengals and the Ravens. Let me get over here to my stuff here. Bengals and Ravens. This one opened up Ravens -6. That's what we're looking at right now. Total open 48.5. It looks like 52.5 currently. A little bit of a chance for the Bengals to get some revenge. I know they did play earlier in the season. I think the Bengals were up by 10 in that fourth quarter, and Baltimore came back and won the game by 3, I believe, 41-38. So chance for the Bengals to get some revenge here. And I'll tell you guys, the way I chose to play this game, I didn't want to pick a winner. I wanted to just I feel like this was the easiest way for me to think about it. I looked at both teams and I said, what's the way that each team wins the game for the Ravens, I feel like it's any kind of, it could be any way. Like they make their opponent pick their poison type of deal. But when I look at Cincinnati today versus Baltimore, it's only one way they even have a chance to win this game, and it's not going to be running the ball with two banged up running backs. One is Zach Moss, who's out. The other one is I forget his name, Chase something. I forget his name, but he has injury to his ribs. So they went out and signed Khalil Herbert. So they got a new running back, one other running back with rib problems. Their fullback is hurt. He's not going to be out there blocking for them, and they're going up against the number one run defense in the NFL. You know, I that doesn't seem like a recipe for success to just run the ball or even to be, I mean, they're gonna make some runs in obviously, but if they want to win this game, it's gonna be through the air. The Ravens pass defense is bottom five, and just looking at when these teams played, Burrow, he's gone over 35 and a half pass attempts. Five, I believe it was five of his last six. I think it's five of his last six times um versus the Ravens, and that's excluding one game where he got hurt. So let me just make sure. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, five of his last six games. And that's like I said, excluding the one game where when he got hurt. So it's the recipe for success versus this team. He knows he's gonna have to duel it out. It could come down to him and Lamar again, once again. But for them to have success, it has to be through the air versus soft pass defense. So he's hit it his last two games as well. I think Burrow over 35 and a half pass attempts is a good bet tonight. That's what I played. As far as the side is concerned, I mean, like I said, the Ravens, they can beat them any kind of way. I mean, the Bengals just pick like whatever the Bengals don't cover. They got Zay Flowers, they got Henry, you got Lamar. I mean, it's different ways for them to just win. It's just I do trust, in a sense, I do trust the Bengals to play hard because I know this. I feel like this game is needed more for them, and I know that Ravens pass defense can be had. So because of that, um, I'll say like this too, but I also know I don't have the exact numbers, but Lamar, when he's laying this many points, has not been good ATS. Burrow, when he's catching points, has been good. So I'll lean with the Bengals. And as far as the total, it's very hard for me to look any way besides the direction it's been going, which is over. I mean, we can see a low scoring first half, and they're gonna explode, and it can go right down to the wire, like we've seen with these teams in the last game and just times before. So I'm probably not gonna play it. I'm probably gonna stick to the prop that I said. But if I see this game like maybe not start off with fireworks, I'm gonna run to the window and bet the second half over. So that's how I'm viewing the game. Let's see what you guys think about it. I must have been talking for a while. I got to scroll up. B Daddy says Jamar Chase over 80 and a half receiving yards, over 26 and a half first half. Interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Top 20 says Burrow interception minus 120. Let's see. Hitachi says two of the best offenses and two of the worst defenses. You know which way he's looking. Yeah, Chase Brown. That's exactly who I was thinking of. Appreciate you guys. Jaceki receptions could be good. That's another target that Burrow likes, right? I think that can be good. Mike R says he likes the over in the first quarter. Interesting. Let's see some more. Bateman over 30 and a half receiving yards from top 20. I think Rob gave the Memphis first quarter and I gave the first half. But glad that you cashed, James. 100%. Jose Perez says Burrow over pass yards is the spot. I'm not mad at pass yards either. I just chose attempts. I think regardless, He's gonna sling it. If they're up, if they're down. I mean, they blew a 10-point lead at the end of the game. I think they'll continue to be aggressive. And if it comes down to fourth down, I think they're going for it. They're gonna pass. That's just my thought process. UCapper says, what first JT says, Bengals plus 6.5, only bet to make. Tomorrow, there's the stats. Burrow 13-3 as a dog when getting 3 or more points. That's what I'm thinking of right there. All right. UCapper says small sample size, but Ravens are 1-4 straight up and against the spread as divisional home favorites with another divisional game on deck. Maybe they aren't fully focused. I wonder who they play next week. But that is some good data there. Appreciate you, UCapper. Um, let's see. And here's the other stats that I was talking about. I just talk and you guys bring the stats. Appreciate it. Daniel says Lamar is 5-14-1 ATS as a favorite of 6 or more points. So those are the two stats that I was thinking about. Says in the last 4 years. So those reasons I lean towards the Bengals. I obviously think this one gets over, but what I did take is Burrow over his pass attempts. So that's the 4 games for today. Think we did a good job. Been on here a little bit less than 30 minutes. So let's move it over to best bets and promo wise. Actually, my bad. Promo wise, because I didn't even do it yesterday, and I should have did it yesterday because I used it all so long. But if you guys are interested, my guy RC's website, the one you guys see me using to cap these games, the ones that helped me go 5-2 yesterday. The Money Baller just makes it really easy to look at all the stats that you need to look at, trends that you need to look at. It's color coded, so it's easy to see. And if you want to try it out for yourself, there's a link in the description to the video. Use coupon code Skee, and it'll get you 50% off your first month. So if you want to check it out, that's how you get it done right there. All right, now we'll move it over to best bets. And best bet for me, I'll go with the one that we talked out about that. So I don't like giving out bets that I haven't made. So let me open up my account. Bear with me for 1 second. Let's see if I can get that good number right there. Spurs team total. My bad, you guys. I don't like having dead air, but I hate even worse giving out bets. I don't do it, giving out bets I don't make. At least you guys, like I always say, at least you guys know I'm putting my money on these games. So here we go. All wagers, totals, Spurs total points. I see 111 as the best number because 111.5 is juiced. So we'll rock with 111. That's the best number that I see. 111. Spurs. And here we go. Let me put this in real quick. Boom. We're locked in. All right. Best bet. Spurs team total under 111 tonight. Appreciate all y'all for rocking with me. A lot of great cappers in the chat. You guys helped me out 100%. So I appreciate y'all. I just want to let y'all know. If you like the show, hit the like button, subscribe so you know when we're live. I will be back tomorrow with Rob Vino, followed by 5 Star. Then we'll have the OG crew on later after that. So tomorrow will be jam packed, and I'll catch you guys then. Peace.